Are you ready to be great? Stop letting self-doubt, insecurity, and fear prevent you from building your business. This morning, wake up to success. Here's John Preston.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here this morning on Wake Up to Success. On this episode, we're going to start a series that focuses on a well-known book, Mindset by Carol Dweck. And I can tell you, if you're looking to make real change in your life, the first thing you need to do is understand your mindset. So we're going to spend the next several episodes talking about first how to identify what kind of mindset you have, and second, how to make changes. Because there's two real types of mindset, and it's all identified in Carol Dweck's book, as I mentioned, Mindset. Should be able to find it online, should be able to find it just about anywhere. I would encourage you to read it because what it really focuses on is that we all fall into two categories. We all either have a fixed mindset or we have a growth mindset. Now, we can have a fixed mindset in certain aspects of our life and maybe growth mindset in others. Maybe we have a fixed mindset when it comes to our professional skills, but a growth mindset relationship-wise. Or, we can have varying, but you need to understand where you are on this spectrum. Because first of all, it defines how you see the world. And if you see the world from a fixed mindset, it limits your ability to grow and make changes and have the levels of success that you want to have. So first of all, let's look at what a fixed mindset is. A fixed mindset is when you believe that people have very basic qualities that they're born with, like intelligence or talent or something like that. And those are fixed and they limit your ability. Now, think about this for a second. Think about the way you view really successful people. Do you view them as having skill sets that you don't have and being born more likely to have success? Or do you view them as just people who've worked harder? I mean, that's a real core of a fixed mindset. And over the next few episodes, we're going to talk a lot about symptoms of that fixed mindset and show you how it can hold you back from getting to where you want to be. The other mindset, however, is a growth mindset. Now, the growth mindset does not totally ignore talent, but it basically says talent just kind of creates your starting point. It doesn't really affect your ability to get to where you want to be. It just might give you a little head start. And that's a really big thing because we can't argue that some people don't have more skills at certain things than others. But what we can say, and you will see as we go through this, that when you have a growth mindset, you recognize that in order for me to achieve the greatness I want, I have to improve my skills. A fixed mindset just says I can never achieve that kind of greatness because I don't have that trait. And that is a major difference. And it's very easy to see how the difference of how you view successful people affects your belief in what you're capable of. Because if you base your world on it all starts with ability and ends with ability, that automatically says, I don't have that ability and I'm not capable of the level of greatness that so-and-so has. And that is just wrong. And we'll look at examples of that. But before we can move forward towards these things, we have to recognize where our mindset is. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit real quickly about why mindset is important. Specifically, first of all, a fixed mindset places limits on your potential. When you look around the world and you look at people who are achieving success, if you start with the concept and the mindset that those people have advantages that I can't overcome, guess what? You're not going to. It's as simple as that. You have set limitations on your potential. The second part is with a fixed mindset, You are constantly in search of the perfect presentation. The presentation of yourself, the presentation of your product, because what happens is you view anything short of perfect as being a failure, and failure is something you can't stand. And what happens is you tend to just avoid doing things, taking chances, because if you can't do it perfect, why do it? You don't see that growth in your actions. The third is a fixed mindset opens the door for failure to beat you down. And how you perceive failure, how you perceive mistakes, how you perceive struggles determines your ability to achieve what you want to achieve. Successful people who have a growth mindset view those things as part of the process. For me to get to where I want to be, I have to fail a lot. And that's a key difference there. To get to where I want to be, I have to fail a lot. And that's that growth mindset that accepts that. And it changes the way you view failure and mistakes. And we're going to talk a lot about that in some future episodes. And then finally, a growth mindset opens you up to a world of possibilities that you never imagined. Now, I mean, think about that for just a second. How many possibilities and dreams have you briefly considered and then discarded because I'm not one of those people who ... I mean, how many opportunities have you totally discarded that might well have been within your range of ability and your range of achievement had you just looked at them differently? So that's where we are with growth versus fixed mindset. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to think about between now and the next episode is, do I believe I can? Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish in life, with your business, in your personal life, do I believe I can? Now, a lot of times people mistake that question for, do I think I can? And that is entirely different. Do I think I can means, yeah, maybe there's a chance. Do I believe I can means I can make it happen. Not only is there a chance, but I can make it happen. And the other question that people often confuse that with is, do I know it's possible? Do I know it's possible? When you look at your dream, and I talk with this about a lot of people, with a lot of business owners all the time. When you look at your dreams, do you really believe they're possible? Most people don't. Most people don't. And guess what? If you don't believe they're possible, it is so easy to quit. It is so easy to quit if you believe what you're trying to accomplish isn't possible. And that's where this is so important for your ability to get to where you want to be. Do you have a fixed mindset, or do you have a growth mindset? So I want you to spend a little time thinking about this before the next episode, about where you are. Do some self-reflection, because you can't change until you recognize that maybe my mindset is not where it needs to be. Now, in the next few episodes, we're going to talk about some symptoms of a fixed mindset that holds you back, and look at various examples of the way a fixed mindset person would work in a situation compared to a growth mindset. And you'll easily be able to see how one leads to success, one leads to ordinary, which is not what any of us want to be. So we'll cover that in the future episodes, and we'll also then offer ways to change. Because what's the point of knowing what your mindset is if you do not have the capacity to change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But if you want to achieve your dreams, it is mandatory that you make that change. I'm going to give you some tools to do that. So thank you for joining us on Wake Up to Success. In the next episode, we're going to take a much deeper look at how failure and mistakes are part of the process and how you have to have that growth mindset to power through those.